Y'all, I ain't going nowhere. I am here, but March Madness had me locked in. So the content was on pause for just a minute, but we are back with this Wednesday video per usual. And today we're talking about the Kore Essentials EDC Belt. So for those of you who don't know, I have the Kore Essentials Belt that looks like so. And I'll get into the details in a minute, but before I tell you about this belt, I'm gonna tell you about the belt that I've been running before I got my hands on this one. So here's the belt that I've been running. A lot of you have been asking, hey Summer, what have you been running in your competition? And not really so much EDC, but these are EDC belts, and this belt is the next belt. So you can tell in the inside there, this is the next belt, and I have tailored it to fit the way I want it to fit. So again, these are EDC belts. However, I have been running it in competition. And for those of you who've been following the channel, I run IDPA, which is International Defensive Pistol Association. And what that means is you're basically running a competition and you're running stages as though you were in everyday life, you're everyday carrying your firearm, and what happens when you reach different scenarios. So typically I go to the local matches and we run 6 stages. And so in those stages, we are running scenarios as though it's real life and what would you do. And so running an EDC belt for me is the best option because it kind of puts it in real life for something that I wear all the time anyway. So again, this is the next belt that I've been wearing. As you can tell, it's got a little bit of wear and tear on it. But as far as the quality of this belt, had no issues. Again, a little bit of wear and tear, just a little bit of like the threading coming out. Other than that, the belt still works. Have no issues. It's not torn up on me. It does have that ratcheting system that I love about these belts. So this is what I've been running. However, Kore sent me out this belt. So again, this is the Kore Essentials belt. And as you can tell, it looks very similar to the next belt. And I've already put it together. I've already tailored it to the way I like it. And as you can tell on the inside there is the Kore. It tells you about the Kore belt, the ratcheting system, and the belt buckle. So let's get into the details of this particular belt. All right, so this is the Kore Essentials 1¼ inch EDC slim line belt. So when I say slim, if you look at the two, the Kore belt is slightly slimmer than the next belt, and the next belt is the 1½ inch. This is the 1¼ so do the math there. That's why it's so slim. One thing I do like the most about this belt is this little loop attachment, or it keeps your belt loop flat and in place as opposed to it hanging out like that. And there are times that when I'm running a competition with my next belt, I have to kind of tuck it into my belt loops on my pants just so it doesn't get in the way of my mag pouches. But this added feature here is a plus. It literally is very, very, it has a lot of tension on it, and it keeps that loop, as you can see, as flat as possible. The next thing on here is the actual belt buckle. This is the Q2 belt buckle, as you can see there. But this is how it looks. Very heavy duty. It's not too heavy, but it does feel like it's very, it has good quality. And then here is the belt. This is the black tactical nylon belt, as you can see. So a little bit different than the next belt. The next belt is nylon as well, but this one has somewhat of a leather feel to it. And as you can see on the inside, it kind of feels like that leather material. However, it is that tactical nylon. Now, I've already put this belt together, but it's very easy to put together. It has 40 plus adjustable positions. So I think it came at 51 inches or something like that. And it goes, you can't see mine because as y'all know, I'm pretty slim, but it usually in here in the inside, it'll show you all the measurements. And I'm down to 29 inches, but more so, I'm not a 29 inch. I'm more of a, I think I'm 30 or 31. However, when I wear my belts, I like to get it as tight as possible because I need everything to be tight on my body. That way, when I draw a firearm or I draw a magazine, I don't need my belt shifting. So with the ratcheting system in here, as you can hear, it allows me to tighten this and position it as easy as possible. I mean, it literally is a move of this here loop button or whatever you want to call it right here, and then it allows you to move the loop in and out, make it tighter, or you lift it to make it looser. Very simple, very easy to function. It is 1 1/8 inch wide, and this is really an ideal situation for the women out there. It has that slim fit. This is their slim line. And for those of the women who wear belts, you know, sometimes the belt loops on our pants are short. They're not as wide as the men. And so with this slim line belt, you can get this through those belt loops. The belt is refined with the power core center that adds rigidity and stiffness and support. So it is practically indestructible. Like these belts are very, very rigid, stern. They're not going nowhere. You do have some bend to it, which is what you would like. I mean, you're running it on your body, so you need it to conform to your body a little bit. But the quality of the belt, perfect. I think these belts are going for like 59 or so dollars, less than 60 bucks. You can go on Kore's website and check it out yourself. You can get it as much as 60, a little bit higher, a little bit lower, somewhere in between there, but very affordable is what I'm getting at. So let me show y'all what this looks like. I've got a few holsters with me. And I'm going to show you how I use it as an inside the waistband holster or inside the waistband belt and an outside the waistband belt if I was to use it in competition. I'm also going to show you what comes with the packaging. So first and foremost, let me show you how to put this together. Although I already have mine together, it's very simple to put this together. It comes with this, they call it the dime bag, 1 1/4 inside the waistband and outside the waistband, and there's 5 pieces. It's a 5-piece set that comes with this, and there's also a hanger that comes with it, and it looks like this. I like this feature that Kore puts on the belts and sends out to you, because it's like once you buy one of these belts, you buy multiple belts, and then it winds up being in your closet. And then how do you store it? Well, the easiest way is they give you this hanger piece that has little 3 notches on there, or 3 hooks, and then you put it in the inside the ratcheting, and then you hold it like this in your closet. If y'all can see that, it's focusing on me. There it is. And so you just hang it just like this in your closet. And as you can see, it comes with the Allen wrench key on there. And the purpose of this is to, let's take this off, is to tighten up your screws here on the back of the belt. All right, so first and foremost, to get the belt, and there's tons of videos out there, but just a quick and dirty how to do. So the belt came with 50 plus positions on here, or I think it was like 50, 51 positions on here. And again, I cut mine down to 29 inches. Basically, you take a pair of scissors, you cut the part off that you don't need. You can actually throw it away because I don't even know how you could use it. And then you have your belt buckle, and you take the belt buckle, you unscrew these screws that I already have in here. Focus. Have those screws, you unscrew them, and then you flip down this latch right here to put the belt inside. Once the belt is inside, then you flip the latch back up and you tighten the screws. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. And then you put the belt on, make sure it's at the tightness or the firmness that you want it. And if not, I do recommend though that you cut it, you know, a couple inches. Give yourself, if you're like a 32 or 33, go up to like 34, 35. And if that's still a little bit too big and you don't want the loop to hang off, then cut it down. I would suggest not cutting it to where you think you need it, because then you can't add that link back. Ask me how I know. All right, and then in the packaging, and this is personal preference, this is, you know, if you need it or not, you have, like I said, a 5-piece set. So the way this works is they give you a bag of extra screws in case you need it for these attachments. And the 5-piece set goes like so. So you got your original belt clip, or it'll go like this. So if you have a holster, you take the holster and you remove the clips that comes on it, or you can use it if you want to, and you can replace it. That way this becomes the front side of your holster and you use it as inside the waistband. This is the fold over holster clip that you could use. The next one is the 2-piece, which is the 2-hook holster clips that you could also use for inside the waistband. So there's some people who just like the front hold, you know, just stick it in front of your belt and wear that. And I'll show you all the holsters in a minute of what I mean by this. And then there's some people that like 2 clips. So it's personal preference, but I like that Kore gives you the option. And then if you want to run outside the waistband, then you have this 2-hook holster clips. I think they call them the 2 pancake loops. And you put them on the outside of your holster, and then you wear it on the outside of your belt. So I thought that was pretty cool that Kore gives you all of that. That way you don't have to buy that many holsters, to be honest. If you have these attachments, you can run your one holster for inside the waistband, outside the waistband as much as you need to. So what does this look like on body? Well, let me show you. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. As you can tell, got my little loop that's barely going out. And as you can see, like I said, with women in pants, you know, loops are a little bit different. So the retention part that comes with the Kore belt is overlapping my loop, which is fine. It's not causing any issues, but I am really keeping this very sturdy. Now I can go even tighter, or I can lift this loop like I showed you earlier and make it looser. But like I said, I like to go tight. Now, the first thing you want to know is running the belt this way with the buckle directly in the front as an inside the waistband holster could be a little difficult. What do I mean by that? I have I forget which holster this is. I think it's my Canic holster. If I was to wear this inside the waistband, my belt buckle will be in the way. The solution to this is to just move the belt buckle to the side. That way you'll have nothing but the belt in the way in your front. That way you can tuck the holster that you want to carry inside the waistband directly in the position, whether it be your front at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, wherever you want to be, and the buckle is not in the way. So the way to do that will be like so. So it'll be like this instead. So you move your belt buckle over to the side. I know it may look funny, but some people do opt for this option. That way they have just this belt buckle in the front. And when I get ready to holster my firearm, there it is. I can put it right there, cover, and we're good to go. So that's one way. And when I was mentioning the one fold over holster clip that Kore gives you, you could take the one that they gave you and replace it. Remove this one and replace it. That way it fits for the actual 1 1/4 belt. And by the way, again, the dime bag only works for the 1 1/4 belt. All these accessories, all these attachments only fit for this belt. Here I have another holster that I can use, an inside the waistband with the wedge. This is from Vetter Holsters. And again, all I have to do is make the adjustment, clip it in there. And I like that the wedge even pushes the holster a little bit closer to my body. That way I wouldn't have any printing. Now, I'm not taking out any firearms right now because YouTube be tripping. If you ain't at the range, they don't like you showing firearms. So that's how that one works. And I even have my OT clip holster. This is from Eclipse holster, but the attachment that I decided to go with on this one is the OT clip. Same thing, except this time it's not going to fold under the belt. All I have to do is click it right there, fold it down, got my holster. And I really do like these holsters because, well, not just Eclipse holsters, but the OT clip attachment. Because any event that I don't wear a belt, I can still attach this holster to my actual jeans and it still won't go anywhere. Unlike if I wanted to run this particular Vetter holster that has the fold over clip, if I was to put this just on my jeans and not have a belt, when I get ready to draw, the entire holster will come out too. So I think that is a plus for those of you who are looking for something else, another holster clip attachment. The OT clip is the way to go. And then lastly, I want to show you my last inside the waistband is another holster from Vetter Holsters. There it is. And it has the actual holster for the firearm and the sidecar or the extra mag pouch. And it would fit something like this, just like that. So now I have my firearm and I have an extra holster. And now I'm concealed carrying and nobody will ever know. Again, the rigidity and the sturdiness of this belt helps to take this holster and push it more and more into my body to prevent printing. And printing is when I have a firearm in my holster. I don't want people to know that there's something under my hoodie. printing would say you could actually see it. And especially if the firearm was in here, you would be able to see mainly the hand guard, which pokes out more than the actual slide in the barrel. So this actually fits perfect for me. I like the tightness of it again. And again, in order for me to run it inside the waistband, I would have to put the buckle to the side. Now, the best way to run this is this way. This is typically the way you would want to run your EDC belt. You have your outside the waistband holster, or like I said earlier, you can have the inside the waistband if you prefer, but this is typically the way. So I've got my mag pouch from Gritter. Many of you have seen this. Check out Gritter. They sent this out to me as well. Very nice double mag pouch. It's not going anywhere, and it fit great into this 1 1/4 belt. And then I have my Tier 1 concealed holster for my Glock 19X that carries the X300 Turbo Surefire Light. So this is technically how you would want to be. The only thing is, to conceal it, you would just need like a jacket or a bigger shirt or anything like that. And this is the ideal way. If my shirt was long enough, I could conceal it, you know, or if I had a jacket on or a vest, as those of you who know that when you shoot an IDPA, we typically wear a vest that covers the mag pouches, covers the holster, and that's the ideal way. If you're like doing church security at your church, you would typically have on some type of vest or a suit jacket. Maybe you're a bodyguard for a celebrity or for anybody like that. You would have on some type of concealment that conceals the gun, and not everybody carries outside the waistband. Most people do carry inside the waistband, but in the event that you do, you can still do it with the Kore EDC Slimline belt. All right, y'all, so that's the belt. I really, really do like this. I love the slimliness of it. Because I'm a slim girl, everything for me needs to be slim. I don't need anything bulky. To be the most discreet, I want to have things that work for my body, and this for sure works for my body. I really do like how I can ratchet it to be as tight as I need it to be or as loose as I need it to be. But it's a really easy build. It's very simple. Again, it's very simple to put together or to install, and it's very simple to wear. Put your holster on there. Again, I showed you the different options of how you can wear it inside the waistband or outside the waistband. And if this works for you, it works for you. If not, then you just find something else. And I'm eager to know from you guys, what are the other EDC belt options that you have seen out there? Or what is it that you carry? I'm aware of the Kore Essentials belt and the Next belt, and I just became aware of the Hunter Constantine belt, EDC belt, that is very, very nice. I like the way that it doesn't have a ratcheting system. It has more of a pull and stretch with a Velcro, and it doesn't have a buckle. So you don't have to worry about the buckle part of it, because it literally is just a piece of, I don't know if it's nylon or what, but it's a belt with the stretch and pull and Velcro, and you can adjust it the way you need to. Not saying that it could be better or it could be worse. I have no clue. I don't have one. But if you have one, let me know what you prefer. Next belt or Kore belt, Next belt, Hunter Constantine belt, or any other belt that you know that is out there. Put it down in the comment section and let us know what you are running. We have content coming, and again, you know, sometimes you got to take a break. Sometimes you got to give your family time, or sometimes stuff like March Madness will get in your way and you can't bring the content. But we here, we back, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video today. Make sure y'all go become a member on the channel. We do now have that option available to anybody who wants to become a member. There's 2 tiers, a SSM1 and a SSM2. So make sure you go sign up and be a member. Shout out to Mississippi Delta. Mississippi Delta has been a day one since day one. He literally is like my long lost cousin, uncle, somebody that I have not met, but he is always supporting the channel, always commenting, always liking. He even sends me super thanks. I certainly appreciate that, Mississippi Delta. You have literally been here and have engaged and supported, and now you're a member. So shout out to you, and also shout out to Black in Collin County. I actually met you at my last match. You introduced yourself to me and let me know that you had just become a member as well. So shout out to you, and I appreciate y'all support. For those of you who want to become a member, just click it down in the link below or right up under this video. It should say join. You can join one of the 2 tiers and see all the perks that you get from joining SSM1 versus SSM2. So make sure y'all become a member today. And let me know if you guys are running the Kore Essentials belt and which one. So until next time, stay on, stay safe, and stay vigilant. Peace.